Welcome to the video and welcome to Heathrow's Terminal 3. I'm going to be flying over to Prague today with British Airways in their Club Europe cabin in an Airbus A319. If that sounds good, do stay tuned. And here's our jet for today. This 19-year-old Airbus 319 was actually originally delivered to British Midlands. Now, originally I was flying economy over to Prague, but I decided to upgrade in the app a few weeks before I travelled. It felt like a reasonable upgrade and offers options such as fast track and, of course, lounge access. Let's take a look in BA's lounge here at Terminal 3. Now, it's about 5:30 in the morning, so the lounge was nice and quiet, which is lovely, and a far cry from the lounges over at Terminal 5, which always seem to be busy regardless of the time of day. There was lots on offer for breakfast, whether that was fruit or pastries, and indeed a full English, if that's what you fancy. Now, I think the T3 BA lounge is actually a really nice lounge, particularly when there aren't many people in it. But there's lots of drink options, lots of different seating options, and even some places where you can sit and work and get things done. I think they've laid this out really, really well. Although I will say, I have been in here when it's been very busy, and it feels a little bit different then, of course. Now, it was a little bit early for red wine, but it was not too early for a Bloody Mary and a full English, or at least as close as I could make from the buffet. Here's the view out over the apron at Terminal 3. Now, I've also got an Amex Platinum card, so having not been in here before, I thought I'd give the Centurion Lounge a go as well. My credit card gives me access, and there are a lot of these popping up all over the place. Here's inside the lounge. It's got a lovely full-service bar and a really nice, pleasant set of seating options and places to sit and eat as well. It wasn't very busy, a bit like the BA lounge, I guess, but if I were to rate the two lounges, I have to say I think this one certainly felt better appointed. I loved that it had a full-service bar as well. Now, it was definitely drinking time somewhere in the world, so yes, of course, I had another Bloody Mary, which was beautifully made by the bartender, by the way. But it was soon time for me to head to the gate. Of course, flying Club Europe, it means I was able to literally just walk past everyone and get straight on the jet. I didn't film it, but we had a very, very warm welcome on board from the crew, and it was soon time for me to find my space for the next hour and 45 minutes. This is seat 1A, which comes armed with lots of lovely legroom. Now, this is people's biggest beef with Club Europe, and indeed lots of the other airlines in Europe do the same thing. It's essentially an economy seat with the middle seat left spare. Here's a better shot showing that middle seat with a table in the middle of the two seats. This is Fly Dubai's intra-UAE business class, and this is what you'd get if you flew Delta first class domestically in the US. As you can see, quite a big difference between those and the seat that I'm sat in. Do look out too for my review of Fly Dubai that will be coming out in the next couple of months. The seats did come with power, which is really helpful. You can see there USB-C and an international power socket. And of course it came, as always, with a lovely view. Here's an Airbus A350, I think getting ready to head off to Vegas. Anyways, soon it was time to head to the runway, and we had no delays, so we're off on time. In no time at all, we were up in the sky, and we got a fantastic view of Heathrow just as it was waking up for another day's busy flying schedule. You can't beat a bit of mood lighting when you're flying, can you? Anyways, we were preparing for service on board. Out comes the tray table from the armrest as I'm sat in the front row. The benefit of having Club Europe seats is that you also get a little tray in between the two seats. So the middle seat being left free just means you have loads more space, which is really nice. I went for the omelette this morning, having already had a full English in the lounge, and it was very, very nice indeed, I have to say. It was soon followed up with a nice cup of coffee and some biscuits. Now, as I said before, I think there was only 2 rows of Club Europe, which is denoted by the white thing over the top of the seat. But you'll see there that the cabin didn't have a divider. It's the first time I've seen that with British Airways. Normally, there's a divider that separates the cabins. Not that I'm precious, but it's just the first time I've been in a cabin that wasn't separated from economy. I did choose to use the Wi-Fi on board, although I have to say the speed was pretty poor, both upwards and downwards. Champagne, though, was soon served, and that soon took my mind off the slow Wi-Fi. I have to say the crew were very, very good indeed, very proactive, and regularly checked in to see if I needed anything else. Soon, it was time to land though, and that didn't quite go to plan on our first attempt. Just watch this. I'm an av geek, so I really enjoyed that, but I'm sure there's people on the flight who probably didn't enjoy it quite so much. We made it down safely on our second attempt, and very well played to both the flight and cabin crew, who handled the whole scenario very, very professionally indeed. So let's review them. Was it worth an extra €100? Sure, I got lounge access, fast-track security, got on the flight as I wanted to, and had I had luggage, I'd have had extra luggage allowance as well. That said, it was only an hour and 45 minutes in the air, so is it really worth it? And when you compare it to what the US and the Dubai carriers are offering, you might feel a bit shortchanged. Anywho, I enjoyed the experience, and once again, always feel good about flying with British Airways. They get me where we need to be safely. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks too to my subscribers for sticking with me, and see you again on the next one.